I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. It is 8 o'clock. It is Monday morning, so it is time for the Morning App. I'm Howie C. here with Josh, Kristen, and Molly. How is everybody doing today?
Hanging in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm exhausted. Found out our paper's not due till Thursday,
Whoop,
so good news.
Josh, how are you?
Yeah.
Wow,
It's just a
Josh.
Monday.
Way to bring the
Rude.
positive vibes to
It's
this
a Monday and it's raining.
Okay, but you realize our job is to actually, bring positivity into people's day and make them think it's not a rainy Monday. We're supposed to bring joy, and you're over here.
I'm positive it's a rainy day.
He's
Oh,
honest.
no. You're such a
Josh.
pessimist.
It's rainy.
I got a new dog, guys, by the way.
I did
Okay,
too.
I saw that. Yeah.
Tell us
Yeah.
about the dog. Tell us
You-
all.
Her name's Piper. Her original name was Molly. So we need to change that. She's a little not all there. Sometimes you say stuff to her and she just kind of stares off into the distance.
She did see.
Yeah.
But is she a puppy still?
She's 4, but she's
Oh.
been a kennel dog. She's been at the pound for who knows how long. So
Yeah.
she's kind of lacking on the manners. We're working on it. But she's really sweet. She likes people a lot.
My parents recently acquired 2 baby white boxer puppies,
Oh.
brother and sister. So I went home this weekend for literally a day and played with them. If this is what kids is like, then I don't know.
Josh, kids are worse.
I did not get any sleep because those baby puppies, they just wake up, bite your little toes, then they fall back asleep. They'd wear themselves out, fall asleep. I get 10 minutes, if that, and then they're back up attacking you. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous.
Children.
Don't have kids.
Don't have kids. So y'all 2 got dogs, and I got my dog a couple weeks ago too. So it seems like we're all just getting new puppies, which is cool.
Looks like I have to now.
Looks like it's our turn now.
Get a dog.
No,
Get a dog.
I actually
Don't get a
do
puppy.
really want one after college. But I told myself, I said, I don't want to have a puppy while I live in an apartment because I want my dog to have their own yard and their own space. But,
Well, that might be a while.
yeah.
It's a lot because I have to run her. I take her on runs 3 times a day. Runs.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's great exercise, though.
Yeah, I feel like vomiting at the end of them. Each time I'm like, ugh.
That means you're doing it right.
Yeah, true.
she's doing it right.
Knowing me, I'll get a dog within the next 2 years. It's not going to take long for me to give in.
2 weeks from now, Kristen's going to be posting pictures with 3 dogs. You're like, look at my new family.
Hey, look, chilling with the squad again. So, Molly, you said that you've been taking your dog out, running your dog 3 times a day. That's crazy. So you've been outside enjoying the fresh air of the environment because yesterday was actually Earth Day. So that was a big celebration. A lot of people went and celebrated. And I actually have a little article for you, which is the most eco-friendly grocery buys for you. So if you want to go greener when you hit the grocery store, here's a couple of things that can make a difference. One of these is buying bulk items. So buying granola, nuts, dried fruits, and grains that comes in bins can be stored in glass jars or cloth bags. That cuts down on all of the packaging waste.
It's funny because Josh and I were at the grocery store yesterday, and we were comparing whether buying in bulk was actually cheaper or
She
not.
taught me. She taught me what to look for.
Yeah.
Buying in bulk is cheaper, isn't it?
Sometimes,
because-
sometimes it's not though. You really
I
have to
learned
do the
that.
math, and that's the thing because a lot of marketing tactics are behind it, and so they're like, oh, people will automatically think bigger bag, it's cheaper per ounce.
That's what I did.
But you actually have to do the math. Or sometimes the grocery stores like Walmart, they do the math for you. And so then they have it in this little right-hand corner to the actual price sticker, and you have to look for that. But when we were buying in bulk yesterday, Josh, I could see how it could cut down on packaging, but a lot of the stuff was multiple jars of whatever it is the item you're buying and then wrapped in more cellophane. So it's really not one giant package. It's multiple little packages wrapped in
Packaged
more
combined, yeah.
packaging. So you got to look out for that too. Maybe that's not necessarily eco-friendly.
Interesting. Okay. I'm learning a lot every day. I like it. Another thing they say to do is bring your own produce bags. So, of course, this is something I've been doing the last couple years or so. Bringing your own bags to Walmart, to Harris Teeter, all that stuff can reduce on the use of plastic bags. So. Go green with that. Another one that we have for you is bamboo kitchen tools. So bamboo absorbs 35% more carbon dioxide per hectare I think it's what it says, hectare.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's a hectare.
Okay. Then trees and thrives without pesticides. So buying cutting boards and cooking utensils made from it is an easy way to go greener.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. So bamboo kitchen tools.
Because all of mine are just plastic.
Ooh, Kristen.
Uh-oh. You might need to go green.
I know, but I get all mine from the dollar store. So.
And I got one more thing for you as well. So just buying organic meat and produce, of course. Actually, my roommate buys, I think, organic eggs. Even not recently, though, because of salmonella. But he goes and buys organic eggs, and I feel like it's just healthier. It just makes you feel better, too, once you eat it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Right now, where we are in our life, I can't afford to do any of that. So I just tell myself, buy the cheapest stuff now, and then once you have made it in the world and you are rich and old, you can go shopping at Earth Fair all the time and buying eco-friendly stuff there. But right now, it's
so
not
much.
affordable.
Yeah.
Although it is moving towards a more, wide consumer base.
Aldi
customers.
has that.
Aldi?
Like Aldi is. Ooh,
Why don't we
Love
have an
Aldi's,
Aldi?
yeah.
go to
Aldi's
Wilkesboro. It's only 20 minutes away.
But it's down the mountain.
I know.
You have to come back
I
up.
know. I haven't done it yet. I just keep saying I'm gonna do it. My roommate's like, "Let's go."
I do love Aldi.
Awesome.
Well, Howie, you gave us some eco-friendly tips. I have some tips for some common household goods that you have that might be able to help you out with a couple of quick fixes. So you have baking soda, and you know that if you stick it in your fridge, it cuts down on the scent and everything. But if you also stick it in your stinky hamper, it also dumbs down the scent of that as well.
Wait, putting baking soda in your hamper?
Yep, sprinkling baking soda in your hamper will cut down on the odor.
But then your clothes are covered in baking soda.
You don't have to do a lot of it, just a little bit. Cuts down on the smell.
Okay, but Molly and I have a consistent wardrobe of the color black, and so baking...
It doesn't ruin them.
Well, it would stand out.
In your hamper, you're going to wash them eventually.
They would stand
I'm sorry, you're putting your dirty clothes on display?
I'm sorry, but you can't tell me you've reached in your hamper for something to wear once in a while.
Okay, maybe once in a while.
I've
This
done
will
it.
give you an excuse not to wear your old stinky clothes again.
I didn't do it this morning though, so we're all fresh.
It's the little wins.
Interesting. Baking soda. Okay.
All right, if you have clear nail polish, couple of uses for that. If you have a tiny loose thread,
Nope,
no,
this does not work.
does not work.
You've tried
Does not
it.
work, yeah. Because
So if you dab a tiny drop onto the loose
Doesn't
end
work.
of your middle of the button, it doesn't work.
Nope. Because
You did it wrong.
No, you did it wrong.
Because there's oil in nail polish and it leaves a stain on your clothes. Because we used to do this when I was a figure skater.
Same thing. We're not putting it all over your clothes.
No,
You're
I'm
literally
saying-
dabbing a speck.
Yes, and it still leaves
On
a
the
stain.
button.
If something, it's not just with buttons, but with tears in clothes and tights.
Well, I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you button.
Josh, we are gonna get in a fight today. We really are.
I love it. All right, Chris, keep going. I want to hear more about it.
Thank you, Howie.
I wanna hear more.
Okay, so if there's a tear in your clothing, they used to say to put on clear nail polish over it, but it has oils in it, so it leaves a stain. So if it's on tights or if it's on something white, it's gonna leave a stain. So you're not gonna want to do that, actually, Joshua.
Again, didn't say rips.
No, let
I
him
said
do it. Let
button.
him do it.
Yeah, I know. He just doesn't.
I'll show you guys. I didn't say rips. I said on the button, if there's a tiny string loose, you can put it on there. It'll stop it.
Okay.
Interesting.
You can also put a coating on it. If you have a handwritten note or something, put a coat on that note, and it won't smudge later.
You're gonna cover your handwritten note in clear nail
Just
polish,
letting you know, it won't smudge.
but it will leak through the paper.
It won't.
Nail polish is meant for nails.
I'm giving you common household
All right.
things that work.
You know
Stop
what?
trying to just theorize and debunk them.
I'm not trying to debunk them. I'm trying to help the citizens of America that might go around and then put clear nail polish on their, notes, and then it leaks through. This is just not good tips. Not good tips all around.
Interesting. All right, Josh, have any more? I want to hear more of these.
Well, if you take if you put a lemon rind in your garbage disposal, it gets rid of the scent. It helps make things smell better. You can also do that for your microwave. If you take zap a bowl of water and half a lemon for 5 minutes in your microwave, it gets rid of that bad scent in there as well.
Okay.
Any thoughts, Kristen?
No?
That one
No.
sounds good. To me, at least.
You can put dryer sheets in your shoes.
Yeah, I do that too.
Oh, do you? It works?
Yeah.
It works.
Huh, cool. Good to know. If you get a screw stripped and you have some rubber bands, if you stick a couple of rubber bands around the area, it'll actually give you enough traction to be able to get that screw out. So there's another tip for a rubber band. And then also one that I thought was really cool, if you have like an empty paint or like a open paint can, if you take the rubber band, put it around the whole entire thing, you can use like the little rubber band that's across the top to like get like the excess paint off your brush so you don't have like too much drippage. Like
Rubber band, really?
Yeah, like you put a rubber band around the entire paint can, so then the rubber band is like across the top.
Yeah.
So then when you dip your paintbrush, you can like slide it against the rubber band on both sides to try and, you know, get that excess stuff off.
Interesting. But I wouldn't really use that much because I don't paint anything.
I don't paint. I'm not an artist.
But that's kind of cool. Some interesting tips.
Yep, and then on the other side of the break, we're going to be talking about kids and maybe even give you some tips about them. But here's Live and Die on the Morning App.
Where the scissors at? Where's the tape? I don't know. You had it. No, I didn't.
Guys, what are you doing? You said sports rap. We're wrapping up presents for sports teams, right?
No, I meant Sports Rap, the sports talk show on 90.5 WASU that airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 6, where we recap the biggest sports games and news from the week.
What did you say?
Well, what are you rapping?
Oh, I'm just getting Tom Brady to play football. Maybe we can catch this.
I'm just wrapping up LeBron's career in Cleveland and sending Isaiah Thomas a no-trade clause.
And I'm getting a choking hazard label for the Indians, Dodgers, and the Falcons. You think Dan Quinn will like this?
Come on, guys, time for actual sports rap.
Falcons, Dodgers.
My name is Maggie Harper, and I host the App 1800, a podcast featuring the current events in Boone that you care about. Listen every Monday at 9 a.m. on 90.5 WASU, after the Morning App.
What time is it? I need to get up. I need to go for sure.
It's time for the morning app.
Welcome into the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
How you guys doing this morning?
You can listen worldwide at WASUradio.com, live on App TV, or with the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Howie.
Oh, hey, Kristen, how are you? So what's going on? What music you listen to right now?
Man, Howie, I don't know. I can't find any good music anymore.
Well, guess what? I host a show on WASU.
You do?
Yeah, it's called The Rollout. Do you like top 40 music?
Of course I do.
Well, guess what? I have your fix. I have the songs that are coming up on the charts. I have the next breakout artists and the songs you want to hear again and again.
That sounds great. When was it again?
It's going to be Wednesdays at 7 on 90.5 WASU or WASUradio.com.
The Rollout.
Listen to The Rollout every Wednesday at 7 on 90.5 WASU.
What's up, guys? Here on App TV, the A Game is the only place where you can see highlights and updates on everything App State sports. I'm Braxton Critcher.
And I'm Ashley Smith, co-host of the A Game, where each and every Monday at 9 p.m. you can find the best coverage of all your favorite Mountaineer teams and in-depth reporting from the sidelines.
That also includes athlete interviews, a player of the week, and a chance for students to get involved with the Q&A game.
So join us each Monday on App TV for App State's only sports TV show.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. It is 8:16 on this lovely morning. And today we are talking toys, Howie.
Toys? I don't know, man. See, okay, let me tell you a story about when I was younger, all right? What I did around the house, which my sister didn't talk about on Friday, is I played with Hot Wheels and action figures literally most of my childhood. So there's a story that I had Hot Wheels set up around my house, right? And you know how you have the Hot Wheels with the little speed boost thing? So if the car hit it, it would go really fast and go in loops. Yeah. I had those all around the house. And my dad literally tripped over them. He's like, you need to get all this up right now. And so I had Hot Wheels all the time and action figures all around my house. So
sounds about right. I used to play with Hot Wheels too, but I think my number one when I was a kid was probably Polly Pockets. They were like the smaller version of Barbies.
Polly
They
Pockets?
were really easy to change.
Yeah.
And I also played with those and then Lord of the Ring action figures. I had a nice setup with those action figures. Like I had the figurines, Gollum, all that stuff. I was not your average girl at that
tomboy,
age.
yep.
Yeah, and Harry Potter stuff. But I liked Polly Pockets too, and like the pet store things. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't remember what they were called, but I never was allowed to have those.
Oh.
So I would always have to go to my friend's house to play with them.
Yeah, I got them from my mom's classroom at one point, and then they bought them for me. My parents spoiled me when I was little, so I was very lucky with that. But
Well, I don't know about you guys, but we were pretty spoiled too. We had a ton of toys. We had an entire basement that was our playroom, and we just there was actual built-in shelves filled with toys. But a study finds that actually kids are more satisfied when they have less toys to play from and to choose from, because they're more focused and they stay actively engaged when there's 4 toys as opposed to 16 toys in front of them.
Right.
So I think the like quantity of toys actually probably affects it says that it later goes on to affect attention span.
Oh, so because there's too much stuff going on, basically. Like, there's too many things in front of them. They're like, I don't know, do I want the ball? Do I want the doll? Do I want this and that?
Yeah, and we know that society's attention span is already dwindling very fast.
Yes.
I mean, mine's horrible. You saw yesterday, we were at a concert, right? And every 5 minutes, I would have to snap back into reality.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, I'm always at these things and I just get lost.
I get lost in my own thoughts, because I'm just like, I can't
At a
stay
concert?
focused. Well, it was an a cappella concert, yeah.
Okay.
So when my friend was singing, I was like, yeah, but then when she wasn't, I was like, what's going on? What's happening?
What's happening?
Because my attention span is just, completely shot at this point.
Yeah, so does the study say, did they test a certain group of young children?
Young child.
Children.
They tested the young child. Yeah, they tested a group of children. They would place 4 toys in front of those with I want to say it was like the control group or something.
The control group? Okay.
I'm not quite sure. I don't participate in scientific experiments often. And then the other group had 16 toys placed in front of them, and the kids that had 4 toys were more satisfied by the end of the play session and were more actively engaged the entire time. The kids with 16 toys would bounce around from each other's toys and then were less satisfied at the end.
Interesting. That makes sense, because my nephew, we have a bunch of toys for him, all around my mom's house. There's everything. We have he likes Paw Patrol, so he has a little Paw Patrol.
They all love that.
Every kid loves it. Oh my goodness. He
I don't
likes
get it.
Blaze, the monster truck, and he likes I think it's PJ Masks. So he likes those 3 shows. And so we have so many toys centered around those shows. And we also have this ball for him and everything. But he still will watch TV and will not play with the toys. Or if he does, he causes chaos in the house. So it's either one or the other with him.
Yeah, so if you're looking for an excuse to get rid of some of the clutter around your house, all those toys, go ahead, do it, because apparently it's better for your kids anyways.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think that, I don't know, that's weird to me, because that was what I was obsessed with when I was little. I get it changes, but I was reading an article, and I think this could kind of correlate with that. Kids are getting smartphones at such young ages these days. I was at my nephew's taekwondo class, I guess, if that's what it's called. But so many kids were on phones, 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
There's 2-year-olds on phones. I didn't have one until late high school, and I know we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
But did any of you have one at an extremely young age?
I don't think they were invented at an extremely young age for us. I mean, the smartphone technology came around first with the BlackBerry, and that was, maybe we were 12 and our parents got one.
I'm talking flip phones here.
Yeah,
like basic phones.
Any phone.
We didn't. My brother and I didn't get one until he was, I want to say, 15 and I was 13.
Yeah.
And because he got one, you probably got one.
Yeah. And he's like, that's not fair. She should wait till she's 15. And my dad was like, technology. Like, come on.
For me, I got my first cell phone, I think, when I was either 9 or 10.
Oh, that's young.
Yeah, it's because I had a track phone. So, you know what the track phones are? They were like the prepaid minutes.
Yeah.
So it was only for calls. If like my mom needed me for something, they could call me on the track phone. But I didn't use it really much until I think like 2 years later when I got my first flip phone. It was a Verizon flip phone, and I, you know, it always had the ring back tones. So whenever you call somebody, it would play a song on it.
Oh, I love that.
I was so into that. So I would always get all of the ring back tones, like whatever song was popular. And especially one We the Kings. I had We the Kings as my
Did you
ring back
have
tone.
Check Yes Juliet?
Yes.
Yes. Howie.
Great song. So I had that one as my ring back when I was little. Josh, did you have anything else for that?
I just got a flip phone like 7th grade or something like that, but I couldn't use pushing all those different buttons was just so hard. I just like to dramatically flip it open. That's all I did with it.
Yeah, you don't really text on those phones because I had one too, and it was mostly for calls. And I was obsessed with taking pictures and then changing it to be my background. It was like probably like 2 pixels.
It's this big, the size of your fingernail, maybe. Yeah, those qualities.
And then you'd be like, hey, look at my background. They're like, what is that? I'm like, it's my dog. Like, no, it's just blurry.
My dog moving.
It's an interesting point, though, that you bring up that kids are, taking technology at such a young age. And, talk about my nephew again. He is so attached to my mom's phone. Like, not even any other phone. He likes my sister's phone and, like, my phone, but he really likes my mom's phone for some reason. Like, whenever he comes over to the house, he's like, Mom, can I get an iPhone? Or Mimi, can I get an iPhone? And, like, he will sit on the iPhone. And he knows how to navigate through YouTube, too. So he can, hit next on the next video. He can pause it. He can turn the volume up. He knows it all. And he's only 3, which is crazy. It's crazy.
That was weird.
That was awesome.
But, I mean, we have talked about this, and I don't know if it was with you, Molly, or with Taylor Ann on a Wednesday, but would you not let your kids have a tablet? Would you not let your kids have an iPhone? Because then you go back to the point of you're hindering them. Okay, yeah. So it's like, it's give and take. But with the television, that was, instead of phones, now is the pressing topic. When we were children, it was the TV.
They wanted us to not be in front of it for a certain amount of hours because it could affect our, like, cognitive skills or something like that.
But my parents, my mom, she just left the TV on. It was background noise, and we would pass by it. We weren't obsessed with it, and it was just on in our daily tasks, and if we wanted to watch it, we could, and if we didn't, we didn't care. But like, if you stop your children from doing that, and if you teach them that it's a bad thing, the second the TV turns on, they're going to be zoned in, and they're not going to be able to zone out.
That's true.
It's a weird thing, but maybe more exposure is better.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't have kids.
They do learn stuff from it, though. So it's not they're just watching random stuff. They do learn stuff. So my nephew, he watches, like, I think it's some YouTube video that he learns how to count. So he watches that all the time. So he's learning stuff, but it's different. It's weird. So I don't know. I don't know the answer is to that.
It's just very interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, whether your kid has a phone at a young age or not, either way, as long as they're getting that exposure to technology in some form or fashion, I mean, that's what I care about. But on the other side of the break, we'll be talking about Name That Movie Quote. Right now, it's Thief, Ansel Elgort.
Where the scissors at?
Where's the tape?
You had it.
Guys, what are you doing?
You said sports rap. We're repping up presents for sports teams, right?
No, I meant Sports Rap, the sports talk show on 90.5 WASU that airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 6, where we recap the biggest sports games and news from the week.
What did you say?
Well, what are you rapping?
Oh, I'm just getting Tom Brady up to play football. Maybe you can catch this.
I'm just wrapping up LeBron's career in Cleveland and sending Isaiah Thomas a no-trade clause.
And I'm getting a choking hazard label for the Indians, Dodgers, and the Falcons. You think Dan Quinn will like this?
Come on, guys, time for actual sports rap.
Falcons, Dodgers.
My name is Maggie Harper, and I host the App 1800, a podcast featuring the current events in Boone that you care about. Listen every Monday at 9 a.m. on 90.5 WASU after the morning app.
What time is it? I need to get up. I need to go for the show.
It's time for the morning app.
Welcome into the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
How you guys doing this morning? You can listen worldwide at WASUradio.com, live on App TV, or with the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Howie.
Oh, hey, Kristen, how are you? So what's going on? What music you listen to right now?
Man, Howie, I don't know. I can't find any good music anymore.
Well, guess what? I host a show on WASU.
You do?
Yeah, it's called The Rollout. Do you like top 40 music?
Of course I do.
Well, guess what? I have your fix. I have the songs that are coming up on the charts. I have the next breakout artists and the songs you want to hear again and again.
That sounds great. When was it again?
It's going to be Wednesdays at 7 on 90.5 WASU or WASUradio.com.
The Rollout.
Listen to The Rollout every Wednesday at 7 on 90.5 WASU.
What's up, guys? Here on App TV, the A Game is the only place where you can see highlights and updates on everything App State sports. I'm Braxton Critcher.
And I'm Ashley Smith, co-host of the A Game, where each and every Monday at 9 p.m. you can find the best coverage of all your favorite Mountaineer teams and in-depth reporting from the sidelines.
That also includes athlete interviews, a player of the week, and a chance for students to get involved with the Q&A game.
So join us each Monday on App TV for App State's only sports TV show.
Morning App on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
8:32 on this absolutely lovely Monday. It is what you make it, and yes, it is raining, but it's going to be a great day. Howie's what's the weather like?
I don't know. The rain being a good day. I don't know if that correlates, but
yes, it does.
Currently, it is 47. It's going to get to a high of 50 and a low of 44 today. It's going to be raining today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a high of 55 and low of 46. So get your rain boots, get your raincoat, get your umbrella. Raining for the next 2 days in Boone.
You know what?
How's your kids?
I always would check the weather, and it would say, oh, it's going to rain. So I would wear my rain boots, and then it wouldn't rain. And then I'd walk around campus and look like an absolute dork with my rain boots on, and it's sun shining. But it's okay. Today, I'm covered. I got my rain boots. It's raining. Check.
Yeah.
Today's a good day. I don't look like a dork for
it's
once.
100% chance that it's going to rain today. There is no doubt in Boone's mind what it's going to do today. So,
well, if it is raining, it's the perfect opportunity to stay inside and watch some movies or binge watch a bunch of Marvel movies, since on Thursday night actually is the opening for Marvel's Infinity War that I know a lot of people are interested in because it's been building up to this for 10 years. So with that in mind, we have Marvel movie quotes today. I'm going to read you a quote from a Marvel movie, and you're going to tell me which movie it's from. I know a lot of you guys haven't seen it, but it is perfect for the build-up to Infinity War, and a lot of people out there driving to class right now or just listening can play along because I know a lot of people have seen Marvel. So,
I'm going to nail this. Let's get it.
Let's go. We'll see how. Let's see. It's pretty difficult, I think. Okay, number 1. If you try to escape or play any sort of games with me, I will tase you and watch Super Nanny while you drool into the carpet.
Ooh.
Okay. Is it A, The Avengers, B, Thor, C, Captain America, Civil War, or D, Iron Man 2?
Now, I know it's not Captain America, and...
Do you?
Yeah, it's not.
I'm just going to go with Iron Man because he seems like a sarcastic individual.
Yes.
So I'm going to go with that.
Okay. Actually, I think it is Iron Man. I think it is.
Now, this is Iron Man 2.
Yes.
I don't care.
I think it's Iron Man 2.
Still the same thing.
I sort of remember seeing when he was talking about tasing somebody. I think it's Iron Man 2.
Because he got that little suit.
He got that little suit. He goes...
Yeah. Sorry.
That was amazing. Kristen, what you think?
Iron Man 2.
So we're going to go Iron Man.
Yeah. Well, Howie, you did lead them in the right direction. It is Iron Man 2.
Okay.
No,
Molly led them.
Okay, you're right. It wasn't Tony Stark that said it though.
I don't care.
Was it,
I still got it
who
right.
said it though?
It was Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh.
Nick Fury said that to Iron Man. But yes, you are right. Both of you. Yeah.
Well, Molly led the group.
Yes.
Molly did.
You got to give her the
You're
credit
right,
she
you're right.
deserves.
We'll give her
Just
some
because I'm
props.
not a boy, Josh.
All right, number 2. That man has no respect for lawn maintenance. Is it A, Ant-Man, B, Iron Man, C, Avengers, Age of Ultron, or D, Thor?
Easy. It's Ant-Man. Because I just watched this a couple of weeks ago, and it was a scene where he was learning to... Okay, so basically the premise of Ant-Man, since y'all two don't know, Ant-Man he's literally like a superhero that can shrink down to the size of an ant. So he can
Sounds
actually...
like the worst
That I knew.
superpower ever.
That I knew.
It's crazy. But he has the power of the ant, so he can like control them as a squad. And so he's learning how to like shrink down and shrink up. And I remember there was one part where he shrank down and then somebody was cutting grass or something. So yeah, I think that was it. So that's where I was going with that. Somebody was cutting grass.
I don't want to choose that now, but I know it's right, but I don't want to be a follower.
Oh, I'm
So,
choosing it. Ant-Man. Final answer.
I feel bad.
No, go ahead. Do what you got to
Can I
do.
do Ant-Man?
Go your own way,
Can
Molly.
I just do Ant-Man?
Yeah, you can.
Because it's right.
And all 3 of you are wrong.
What? No. Okay,
Oh, I should have listened to Josh.
What movie was it from then?
It is from Avengers Age of Ultron. At the very end, when Thor, with his hammer, leaves to go back to his planet to try and figure out what's going on, he leaves a giant mark in the grass yard of the new Avengers facility. And Tony Stark looks at Captain America. He's like, that man has no respect for lawn maintenance.
What? I don't remember that part.
Way to mislead the group, Howard.
Come on, Howie.
You hate to see it. You really do.
You really do. You really do.
I mean, I do understand what you're talking about with Ant-Man, though, because it was
kind of tricky.
Yeah. That's why I threw Ant-Man.
All
I'm like, okay, I got him.
Nice job. He got me.
He said, gotcha.
He baited me.
Okay, number 3. First rule of going on the run is don't run, walk. Is it A, Captain America, Civil War, B, Iron Man 3, C, Ant-Man, or D, Captain America Winter Soldier?
Ooh.
I could care less about Captain America for some reason.
Okay, but see, I know that's Josh's favorite, so when he was listing them, I was like, oh, I'm going to go with Captain America's because one of these has to be thrown in there. And then he goes and throws 2 in there.
It's okay because Captain America is going to die on Thursday in Avengers.
Thank God.
So that's the rumor.
Major spoiler,
there's no spoiler. No, it's nothing
That's
confirmed
just a
yet.
rumor.
But it's a rumor. Because he said, Chris Evans said he's leaving after this movie. So
Like everyone knows.
probably going to die.
He's an attractive individual.
He is very handsome.
So, yeah.
I'm going to go with Captain America Winter
do
Soldier.
Ooh, I was going to do Civil War.
I was going to do Civil War, too.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, do it. I think it's Winter
Go on
Soldier,
with
but
your
I'm
bad
not sure.
self.
Okay, well, Howie, you are correct. It is Winter Soldier,
You know,
not
okay. We
Civil
did our
War.
Own, we did our own thing.
But you guys did get Captain America, which is pretty impressive. I thought maybe I'd lead you astray with Ant-Man again.
Winter Soldier and Civil War, both really good movies, though. Recommend checking those out, too.
Both those Captain America movies are fantastic. Okay, last one. Can you believe they call us criminals when he's assaulting us with that haircut? Is it A, Thor, B, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, C, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, or D, Doctor Strange?
I feel like that's a Guardians thing.
I don't think it's Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange was really serious. What was the first one?
Thor.
No,
he-
Thor.
He's got some
He doesn't have his
incredible,
haircut. He's got some locks on
yeah.
him.
Yeah, he's got his haircut in the third one, but the first one, it was really serious at the time.
I'm going to say Thor.
You want to say Thor?
Yeah.
Guardians. I guess I'll go with Guardians 1, Volume 1, yeah.
I think it was 1, but I'm going to be different. I'm going to go with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Well, congratulations, Molly. You are correct.
Oh, hey.
It was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. I think it was when Rocket the Raccoon was first introduced and he's looking around that whole little, area.
See, that's what I was thinking, but I was kind of going on a different track there. You know, Guardians, you need to check that out, too. Another good series there. I think they're
all good.
They're in the process of making a third one, too. It's supposed to come out in 2020, so definitely recommend. I think the first one's better than the second one.
Aren't they in Infinity War?
They are. The Guardians are in it, and basically everybody else except for the TV characters. So that's a whole nother field in itself. But Avengers Infinity War is going to be coming out on Thursday, and we got a lot of Marvel stuff that's going to be going on during the week. Everybody's going to be losing their mind. But coming up after the break, we're going to be talking about our favorite thing, relationships. It's She's Casual on the app.
Where the scissors at? Where's the tape? I don't know. You had it.
No, I didn't. Guys, what are you doing? You said sports rap. We're repping up presents for sports teams, right?
No, I meant Sports Rap, the sports talk show on 90.5 WASU that airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 6, where we recap the biggest sports games and news from the week.
What did you say?
Well, what are you rapping?
Oh, I'm just getting Tom Brady to play football. Maybe we can catch this. I'm just wrapping up LeBron's career in Cleveland and sending Isaiah Thomas a no-trade clause.
And I'm getting a choking hazard label for the Indians, Dodgers, and the Falcons. You think Dan Quinn will like this?
Come on, guys, time for actual sports rap.
Falcons, Dodgers.
My name is Maggie Harper, and I host the App 1800, a podcast featuring the current events in Boone that you care about. Listen every Monday at 9 a.m. on 90.5 WASU, after the morning app.
What time is it? I need to get up. I need to go for the show.
It's time for the morning app.
Welcome into the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
How you guys doing this morning? You can listen worldwide at WASUradio.com, live on App TV, or with the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Kristen, how are you? So what's going on? What music you listen to right now?
Man, Howie, I don't know. I can't find any good music anymore.
Well, guess what? I host a show on WASU.
You do?
Yeah, it's called The Rollout. Do you like top 40 music?
Of course I do.
Well, guess what? I have your fix. I have the songs that are coming up on the charts. I have the next breakout artists and the songs you want to hear again and again.
That sounds great. When was it again?
It's going to be Wednesdays at 7 on 90.5 WASU or WASUradio.com.
The Rollout.
Listen to The Rollout every Wednesday at 7 on 90.5 WASU.
What's up, guys? Here on App TV, the A Game is the only place where you can see highlights and updates on everything App State sports. I'm Braxton Critcher.
And I'm Ashley Smith, co-host of the A Game, where each and every Monday at 9 p.m. you can find the best coverage of all your favorite Mountaineer teams and in-depth reporting from the sidelines.
That also includes athlete interviews, a player of the week, and a chance for students to get involved with the Q&A game.
So join us each Monday on App TV for App State's only sports TV show.
And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU back here on the morning app. And of course, we're down to the final 10 minutes of our show. So, time for relationship segment.
What is love?
Yeah, there it is.
Thanks, Josh.
That gets Molly happy.
It makes me so happy. The other one is so gross. I feel like my parents listen to that on a date.
Oh my gosh, that's Marvin Gaye.
I know.
Probably.
I love him.
I like Marvin Gaye too, but my parents listen to him, so it grosses me out. I don't want to think about my parents going on a date and like being like, I love you. I'm like, glad y'all are happy, but ew.
I want to see that. I want to see my parents in love.
Oh my
That's good. It's good because 52% of marriages end up in divorce.
No, I
That's true.
appreciate their love, but mom and dad know.
All right. I was stretching it. It's okay. But I don't know about you guys, but I have noticed a lot of my friends recently have gotten involved in new things, new relationship things, and I just, I'm happy for them, but I have tips to impress on the first date. If you are still, in the talking phase, you're getting ready to go on your first date, number one tip is to, keep it simple. Keep it a simple, enjoyable date. You don't have to reinvent the wheel and make it something super extravagant and just blow her away, or him, whoever it is. You don't have to blow them away. You just want to keep it simple,
Yeah, so I guess just like going to dinner and just, keep it in on the low, because like I'm not a person that does extravagant things unless it's like a anniversary or something like that, because I'm just basic. I'm just a simple person.
But honestly, I think that's better, because if you are on the receiving end of that, it can be awkward and you're just like, oh wow, they went really all out. What if this doesn't work out? Then you feel guilty and it's just a little too much.
A little uncomfortable too. You're kind of, oh wow, they really like me and we're going on a first date together.
True.
It's just a lot of pressure and then guilt if it doesn't work out. So keep it simple, maybe a dinner date or a hike or a picnic, whatever. We've discussed this a lot on ideas, but whatever it is, you don't have to go too all out. Save those ideas for the anniversaries. Cool. That's when it matters, right? Another one is ask them questions instead of showing off about yourself.
Right.
I kind of like half agree with this, because when I'm obviously in a relationship right now, but if I was to go on a date with somebody, I would want to see a lot of their personality, but I want that reciprocated. Yeah. I want to know that they're interested in me as well. So when I ask them a question, I kind of expect them to flip it around and ask me the same thing too,
Yeah. So you more of like, you want to know not everything about them, but like a little bit to kind of like have a starting point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a conversation, it shouldn't be one-sided heavy.
Right.
It's really awkward when that happens, because you feel as if that person doesn't even care to get to know you, and it's the whoever show. So if I was talking about myself, it's the Molly show,
Yeah.
Let's hear about me. I'm great.
Yeah.
But then if you go too far on the other side and you just ask somebody too much about them, you're going to seem boring.
Right.
Because you're not giving them enough of your personality.
Or like you're interrogating them.
They question it. I'm a detective.
Tell me your middle name.
I got you now.
Another one is that less is more, and I totally agree with this. Don't overdo it with your flirtiness, because then that can come off as creepy.
Yeah.
You just, it's a fine line. And a lot of guys will cross it, and then they're just creepy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think that's like a lesson that guys just have to learn themselves. Is like, okay, you can be flirty, but to an extent, you need to calm it down. Don't do it every message or every time you talk to them and trying to comment them all the time, because they'll get creeped out by it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's also okay once you're talking to that person for a while, but like if you're going on these first few dates, maybe a light pat on the arm, or like something like that, like.
Or just simple. Even like with stuff you say sometimes. It can be creepy. And I had a friend actually experience this, and this guy was flirting with her, and his intentions were, good. He seemed like a good guy, and he just kept saying over and over, that like she was very, very beautiful, but she was like, I'm uncomfortable. And you have to be able to like say that too. You can't just sit there and take it. Even if they have good intentions, you have to let them know that it's uncomfortable and that they are crossing a line and being creepy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So don't over flirt. Another one is, this is a simple rule all around. You should, probably keep this for the next few months of dating. Don't ever bring up an ex. It's just not okay.
I cannot emphasize this enough. It is the worst feeling in the world, because then, especially if you see this person, you're always going to compare yourself immediately, because clearly if they're mentioning them, they're on their mind.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
It's also a huge turnoff.
Yeah.
Instantly, because number one, they're still on your mind. Whether it's good or bad feeling, you still have feeling towards them. And to me, that means you're not over them.
Yeah.
That's how I gauge whether you're over somebody.
That's a big sign. Yeah.
And that's huge. I don't want to start something with you if you're still talking about them. Even if it's little things, it's unattractive too.
And if it's speaking of them poorly.
Yeah.
then if they're going to say that about their ex, what are they going to say about you if you don't work out?
And maybe if your ex was a horrible person, that's a conversation, and if they did something wrong, that's a conversation to be had much, much later in the game. You don't need to be talking about that on your first date, second date, third date, fourth date. Wait a solid 4 months, and then if it is something that has affected your past or anything that's going to affect this relationship, hey, just so you know, an ex did this and it was horrible, and this is why I am the way I am.
Right.
That's a different conversation.
Right. I agree.
But first date, don't bring it up.
Yeah. I'm like, uh-oh, gotta go. First date, uh-oh.
And the last one, it's a common mistake that a lot of people make, is follow up. You got to send that follow up text. Hey, I had a great night. Hope you did too.
You do need to do that.
Yeah, if you don't do that, she's not going to think it's a date, or he.
It's more of in person kind of follow up, hey, it was a good time, we're going to hang out again type thing. So that's what my experience
in person, that's fine too, as long as you just let them know you had a good night.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But going from one side of the spectrum to the other, if you've been dating somebody for a very long time and you can kind of see the signs they're looking a little iffy right now, here are a couple of things to know if you've been holding on too long to that relationship. One of them is you've been waiting for your partner to catch up. So basically, you're putting more time into your relationship than they are. You're doing more things, and they're just kind of lagging behind, and they don't want to change. They want to keep it where it's at. So that's one big sign that people should definitely take note of, because you never know when that's going to happen.
Yeah, I totally agree. You definitely don't want to be that person waiting for the other. I mean, in certain aspects, it's fine. I'm here finishing college, but emotionally, you don't want to be the person waiting for the other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no.
Another one that we have is when it comes to problems, small becomes big. So just maybe little tiny problems, little things, and then somehow you're fighting about it, and it'll be a day you're mad at each other. I think honestly that's the biggest sign, honestly, because if you're just little things, maybe about food, just something small, and all of a sudden it's a breakout, it's a big fight, you don't talk to each other for an hour, that's something to take note of, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely the type of person, though, where I will bottle up my emotions and push them really deep down, and then one little tiny thing will set me off, but the underlying issue is something else.
Yeah.
That's kind of different. But if you are honestly fighting about something that is very small and that's the root of the issues, then yeah, I would see considering that and taking a look at that again.
Yep, absolutely. One more thing to give to you is an emotional gap has opened up between the two of you. So like you said, your emotions have been, different and weird. If there's a gap that starts to happen between you two, that's uh-oh, big sign.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. I like saying uh-oh.
No bueno.
No bueno.
Well, if you are having either relationship troubles or have someone you're interested in, we are always here to help, and we'll be back on Wednesday to try and help you all again with Taylor Ann. Thanks for listening to the Morning App.